your thought process maybe for you accepting this job to be something really, really positive, or what small changes would the company need to make for you to say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go with this. It's the right move for me and my family moving forward.
If my company would make maybe 2 or 3 things, there are 2 or 3 things, yes. If they would subsidize for me the toll that I would have to pay, or in some ways subsidize the gasoline that I would have to buy, or maybe, a carpool. If I could find someone within my company who lived on the same side, and we could carpool so that I wasn't driving myself every day.
Okay.
That would make a difference in my decision.
You said that you worked out there before and you enjoyed your colleagues and your fellow staff members. Could it be possible that maybe if some of those same people were working up there, you'd be a little more upbeat about the possibility of going up there? Because that seemed to be a joy for you back then when you were working there before. Could that kind of help persuade you to make a decision now?
If I were working with some of the same people that I worked with before, that could help me, but I don't know if it would be enough.
Okay. Definitely understandable. It seems as though you, for the most part, kind of know what you want to happen. You seem to already know what you would like to take place. Have you tried speaking to a superior already about the possibility of having some things subsidized?
Well, I wanted to kind of get your opinion, or bounce some things off of you, some things that I thought about. Not just the toll, that, it's just something I thought of just now. One scenario that I thought of, because my company is such a large company, we have subsidiaries here in the city. And each subsidiary has a president. There is a group downtown where I'm currently located with a presidential position. He has an assistant who reports up to him. And I was thinking, because she lives closer to the north side, if we would just take her and move her to the open position and allow me to move into the job here downtown, I would see that as a win-win situation for both of us. She would be closer to home, so would I. The only problem there is that it would not be a promotion for her. It would be a lateral move.
Okay. Does your company do that, to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, but I don't see anything wrong in asking.
Neither do I. For the most part, you are, like I say, pretty focused on what your gains and losses would be. Have you talked to any superiors about some of the extra perks and benefits outside of the salary increase that may be available that you may not have asked for or may not know about specifically? Let's just say possibly relocation,
No, I haven't talked to anyone about that. But that's something that I can check into. I know as many as 10 years ago in our company, if the company moved an employee more than 50 miles away from that employee's address, they would do sort of a relocation.
Yeah, 53.
I don't know if, with the economy changes in policy, I don't know if it's still there, and I had not thought of that. So I will.
Something I want to look into.
Yeah, look into that.
All right. Let's go ahead and actually do a rating game, if you will. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say is your motivation to want to change or to try to look at things differently, alter your perception a bit about this move?
My motivation, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's an 8.5.
So for the most part, you want to change your perception. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to actually try some different things? Try looking at things a little differently.
I would say that's a 7, 8, 7.5.
Okay, so not as high. Okay. I must commend you, honestly, on your ability to maintain the same level of professionalism when you are put in a stressful situation. Not many people have the ability to do that. And being in a car for a long period of time really can put a lot of stress mentally on you, physically, the wear and tear in your car.
Right.
I'm sure you've discussed this with your husband.
Yes, I have.
What are some of his thoughts, and do they play any, part in how what you decide to do?
Right. He's pretty much leaving the decision up to me because he thinks that ultimately it has to be my decision. We don't have young children at home, so I won't have to get up and get children ready or come home and prepare a meal for children. Like I say, we've sat down, we've talked about, the benefits of moving up there, the salary increase being the number one thing. And he's going to leave the decision up to me.
Okay. But for the most part, he is supportive.
He is supportive.
Okay. At this time, I would like us to take a recess for a second, allow you to get some water out in the lobby, while I come up with some ideas that I think would be pretty beneficial for you to try. All we can do is try. See how things work out, see how you handle, see how you feel about it afterwards. Once you see how you feel about it, we'll come back. Hopefully by then you'll either made your decision or, extended your time to make a decision. Hopefully we can actually work towards you being confident and excited about whatever it is you choose to do.
Okay.
All right. So let's give it about 15 to 20 minutes and we'll come back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
There's water and coffee in the bottom. Thank you for coming back. What I thought about trying differently for you or your homework assignment would actually be to, it's two things in one actually. One, actually take the drive on a day off, if you could, out towards the location. See how you feel. When you drove once before, you made it clear what some of the rundowns and the thoughts were about it. The economy has changed a little bit. The layouts of the Beltway have changed. They widened certain areas, and maybe the drive may not be as bad. You said they moved the location in early discussions from where it was originally to a spot even further out. Who knows what the drive may actually be for you? You may actually find yourself in more of a peaceful mode. It may be more land, more scenery, or even more highway for you to get where you need to get a lot faster. It may not be as long of a time, though the actual distance itself may be the same. Okay. So you have that possibility and that option. The second thing I would like you to think about while you're doing the first thing is what radio station or what music could you listen to that will take your mind away from the actual task of driving. Similar to working out, most personal trainers will tell you that the best thing for you to do when you work out is to have music playing, so that way you're not focused as much on the actual task of working out and the pain that your body is going through during the workout, but it allows you to focus more on the fact that you're getting something done, you're enjoying the music, and before you know it, you're either at work or time is already up, and see how that works for you while you take that drop. Do you think that's something you can handle?
Yeah, I think that's something I can handle. I had not been, I hadn't thought about taking the drive out there. I have to admit that my mind was somewhat closed because of the distance. Even though I want the position, I do want the position.